All right, welcome back to Blue by 90. I'm Justin, joined by Jack and Kaylin as always, and it is Super Bowl Sunday. You guys are going to be hearing this Monday morning, but we're recording here on Super Bowl Sunday. Jack and I rocking the Stafford jerseys today, and Kaylin's got the Lions on as well. So, are we the Detroit Rams? I saw some back and forth on social media if people like that or not, but
I love it. I love it.
I can't sleep on Joe Burr though.
I honestly I like both. Like there isn't really a team that I don't like in this. I feel like I've got a reason to love the Bengals because they're the underdog type, and Joe Burrow may be the coolest man on the planet too. But then Stafford and the Rams, I love Matt Stafford. I always thought that you give him a couple more chances here in Detroit and give him some more help, and it would have worked out. But either way, I'm pretty pumped. Let's talk about how cool Joe Burrow is, though.
He is, man. He's pretty sweet. I'll be honest. If Stafford wasn't in the Super Bowl, I would 100% be rooting for the Bengals. 100%, especially because Joe Burrow doesn't claim Ohio State.
Yep.
So it just makes it even better. It's kind of like a punch in the gut, I guess, to them. But I like the Bengals, man. They're a fun team to watch because they're so young too. Like a lot of their guys, like real young team. But you got to root for Stafford, man. Bring a Super Bowl to I guess LA, but I don't know. I feel like Detroit can kind of claim that a little bit.
They kind of give me like a little bit of Michigan football vibes too, right? Like getting hot at the right time, winning some games that maybe, I don't know, like they just squeak it out. And now here they are playing, probably the toughest game they'll play all season.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say, I don't want to compare them too much to Michigan football because Michigan lost in the playoffs. We want Stafford to win.
Well, I'm saying the Bengals.
He was talking
about the Bengals.
You idiot.
Yes, then I'm fine with that comparison.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
I just woke up from a nap. Give me a break.
How do we expect listeners to follow this if you can't even follow it?
Yeah, if you're a new listener, then I'm sorry. If you're an old listener, you expect this.
Oh, God. Anyways, yeah, I mean Joe Burrow, I love that he doesn't claim Ohio State, but he's just like everything he does is cool, and he just him walking in with the buffs and like all that stuff, and just cigar smoking all the time. Somehow, like I obviously don't know how to hit the gritty, but I even like things that annoy me, like the gritty, like he makes look really cool somehow. Like I don't know, he's got that, he's got a vibe for sure.
He might be the next Brady, man. He might be the next Brady.
He's just too cool for school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And on the Bengals, Chris Evans.
That's true.
Chris Evans, there is a Michigan connection there. Chris Evans has been playing like back, wing back or something like that. Isn't that what
Debo?
Debo, yeah, Debo Samuel calls it. So he's been kind of playing some slot, playing some
wide back.
Wide back. That's what it is. Wide back.
I like that. And David Long on the Rams too, though. Yep. David Long, he had a pick 6 earlier in the playoffs, so that is cool to have some Michigan guys competing on the big stage for sure. I feel like there's that. I don't know the stat, but there's some stat out there like of Michigan players in the Super Bowl. I think for like there's been at least one or in the playoffs or something. I don't know, something like that.
I might have to throw a little prop bet down for Evans score a touchdown.
Yeah, I like that.
It'd be fun.
Some great odds, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find it.
There you go. Yeah, it is a little sad. Last football game of the year, so
we do still have the USFL this spring.
The USFL, the XFL is dead, right?
XFL's dead. USFL is on the rise. Michigan Panthers are winning the title this year.
But aren't they like it's all being played on one site, I think.
Oh, is it? I know nothing about it. I claim the Michigan Panthers, but I know nothing about what's even happening. I'm pretty sure
it's in like Birmingham, Alabama. They just like host all whatever teams there.
It'll almost be like that NBA playoff bubble, in 2020?
Yeah, that was kind of sick, though.
It was, man. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. But we'll be watching from afar, too. I mean, obviously the Michigan Panthers for life. I've always been a Panthers fan. So.
Oh yeah, that '83 team was one of the best in history.
I remember my grandpa used to watch games with me and brought me up a Panthers fan. Oh man. All right. So yeah, football is done. Now it kind of stinks, but we are in basketball season. I don't know if you can hear it's just not thrilling in my voice here. But yeah, Michigan went out on Wednesday and dominated Purdue, number 3 Purdue, and went crazy. And it was like that's the top 5 team we've been looking for all year. Not even top 5 team, but that's like the competent, really well playing team we've been waiting for. And then they drop an egg at home against Ohio State on Saturday night. So it was just like very anticlimactic. I just it stunk to watch that Ohio State game at the end of it. But let's go back to the Purdue game. I mean, what was different there? It just felt like everything was different. And I think it's pretty simple shooting. They shot well. They scored points. That's what they needed to do. But it was like the first time it felt like their team flowed, and obviously they were hitting a bunch of shots and all that stuff.
I mean, that Purdue game, they shot 57% from 3. Against Ohio State, they shot 23.5%. And that's it right there.
Why is this team so hot and cold? It's crazy.
It is, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine shooting 60% from 3 and not winning the game.
Wait, they did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you only need to make a third of your threes to be like a really good 3-point shooting team. And they almost doubled that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was where, like, honestly, I don't think even Purdue played pretty bad, but even if they played well, I think Michigan still beats them with how well they were shooting. But getting Edey out of the game, into foul trouble was obviously a big difference as well. I mean, Hunter Dickinson is dragging his dick on the court too. That's a celebration.
I love the replays, and the ESPN just has no idea what's going on.
No idea. So that's fun too. But okay, let's talk about the court storm. I know Jack wants to talk about it. Sure.
I really do. I'm very excited about this.
Well, set the stage, bro, with the initial tweet here.
Yeah, I mean, I put out there that the court storm was not necessary because here's my reasoning.
You hate fun.
It's not that I hate fun. It's not that I hate fun. I promise you. It's just that a court storm should be like reserved for like a big game. Like, I know it's a big game, but like it should be reserved for like an unthinkable win. Like if I don't know, if Michigan is like hasn't been good. It's the problem that like Michigan's supposed to be a top 5 team. And so that kind of ruins it a little bit.
So when it was football season and Michigan beat Ohio State and they were both top 5 teams, do you think we shouldn't have stormed the field?
Michigan hadn't beaten Ohio State in 10 years. Michigan has beaten Purdue 5 out of the last 6 times.
Okay. I don't know, man. Let the kids have fun. That was a big win. It was a huge victory. Like, why? I don't understand why so many people were so mad about it. I don't get it. Like, I get like the beginning of the season they were expected to be like really good, top 5, and obviously that wouldn't have happened if Michigan was ranked number 5, but they're not. They're kind of a bubble team. It's an exciting game. Looked like the players loved it. Definitely the students loved it. I just don't see why people have a problem with that. Why do people hate fun? Why do you hate fun? I just don't get it. These damn kids are running on the court, and I'm gonna have to clean this up later. And
I'm just thinking of like myself if I was a college student and I was at that game. Like, it seemed like the energy was so high that like that was kind of the inevitable like result,
Right.
But I'm also thinking like if I was myself as an old man now, that like I would be like, yeah, like we beat a top 3 team. Like that's kind of what I expected from this team, and we finally did it. Like hell yeah. But that's kind of about where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm listen, it's not like I was super pissed about it. I said it was
You were
not
mad.
necessary. That's about as tame as you can be in terms of
You said
disagree.
it was not necessary, and you went like this.
Yeah,
You did that. The face palm emoji. You're embarrassed. Let's say it seemed as though you were embarrassed.
You're putting words in my mouth now. You're putting.
I mean,
words
why
in my
else
mouth.
would you put a face palm?
I went down. I did not storm the court, but I was down by the students right after they did it, and I heard a kid. He goes, "That was one of the most unwarranted court storms I've ever seen in my life." So even the kids knew it, but they just did it anyways. So I don't know.
Let the kids have fun.
I'm not gonna
my thoughts
die on
it.
this hill. I this is not like I need to like be super anti court storm. I promise you that.
Would you
But
then do it on Saturday if we would have won that game too?
I think they would have just I don't know
Just to keep it
because
going.
they want to be an agent of chaos, I guess. But I mean, it would have been kind of funny. I would have laughed for sure if they did after there was so much controversy.
Right? Yeah.
And the controversy was just on. It was like
just Twitter. If you weren't on
just
Twitter, you had no
Michigan
idea.
Twitter.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like,
and yeah, and it was like it was just half the Michigan fans were mad about it, half the Michigan fans loved it. So it was
it was half the Michigan fans were mad about it, half the Michigan fans loved it, and then 90% of the Michigan fans that loved it were mad at the other Michigan fans for being mad about it.
Yeah.
I love somebody responded to the tweet and they were just like, "Go to bed, old man."
What was it? Was Gene or Jane
Jen?
or something?
Jen, I think.
Something with a J. I died. That was fucking funny. That made me laugh.
You're a savage, just calling me out. I'm 29, Jen. Give me a break here. God, that was brutal. I responded to her too. I was like, "Damn, Jen, that was savage," and she just responded with smiley faces. I think that was even more savage.
She knew what she was doing there.
Passive aggressiveness. Oh my god, that was great.
So while it's still on the top of my mind, Chris Evans to score a touchdown is plus 1,700 right now.
That's a great bet.
It's a great
I
bet.
think they might. I mean, who knows?
I'm gonna bet that. I'm gonna bet the opening kickoff to result in a touchback, and if I can find the coin flip on here, I'm gonna go tails.
And hey, you got to go national anthem over too.
Oh yeah, I gotta find that one too.
It's gone over 6 times, 6 years in a row. If you're listening to this Monday morning, and I'm wrong, then disregard.
Who's singing it?
Who is singing it?
Oh shoot, I knew this.
The Rock.
That would be awesome.
What's his song about power?
Yeah.
He just switches from the national anthem to
my
that
God.
song like mid.
That's our new national anthem.
That is it.
It's about drive. It's about power. We stay humble. We devour.
Oh,
my God.
Holy shit.
That is incredible. All right, I'll find this one of these days.
Super Bowl national anthem. Oh, Mickey Guyton. That's who I knew it was. I knew it was Mickey Guyton. I was just talking about that. So, yeah. I think it's going to be a fun Super Bowl, to be honest.
Me too, man.
Like, I have zero rooting interest, really. Like, I'll be happy for Stafford if he wins it, obviously, but I'm not going to be like distraught if he loses. So, I'm either way, but like I think that both offenses are pretty fun, honestly. I worry for the Bengals. Is their O-line going to be able to keep up with Aaron Donald?
That's what I don't think. I don't think they will. I think Burrow's going to get crushed.
Yeah, this is the toughest defense they'll play probably all year. So,
yeah, I'd be worried about that if I was a Bengals fan for sure. And you know, but they've done it all year somehow. You know, I get like I don't know. Burrow just somehow wiggles out of a lot of things too, even though he's not like, Pat Mahomes mobile, I guess. I feel like he's still like pretty solid with his feet. So it'll be fun to watch for sure. The other thing, we are a jinx, 100% a jinx. The Michigan women's basketball team, since we had Maddie on the other day, have lost twice now. So that's 100% our fault.
It's like the Manning curse.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, it's got to be. I think honestly, so here's the problem. We interviewed Maddie on, was that Wednesday night or Thursday? Wednesday or
Tuesday,
Thursday
I
night?
thought.
Wednesday.
Tuesday?
Wednesday. It was Wednesday because they played Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we interviewed her on Thursday or on Wednesday night, and I had just come from playing basketball, and I think that I rubbed off on her because I went like 1 for 18 from 3. So I'm thinking that I'm giving them bad juju. That's
We just got to get you out of here.
well,
But that's good for you.
that's
That is good for
that's
you.
one
For you to
more
make
than
one,
I
I'm
have been
shocked.
shooting.
Dude, I don't know
Not
if
a
Barstool
bad
has the
percentage.
coin flip bet on here. I can't find it. This is fucking with my head. I need a break.
What do you think the odds are that Eminem's first song is "Lose Yourself"?
Ooh. I feel like it's gonna be a him and Dr. Dre song though.
It could, yeah. That's the other one. Forgot
Forgot
about
about
Dre.
Dre. Yep. Jinx,
I
you owe
think
me a
it's
beer.
got to be Forgot
Stop.
About Dre.
I think, yeah, it has to be. Mary J. Blige, what do you think she's singing?
That's a
What if they came out with a new song? And it's just fire. Just all of them, like a collab.
dude, that'd be sick.
I heard
Is it Wiz on there too or no?
No, on one of the songs?
Snoop.
No.
Snoop's the other one.
Snoop. Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick, Dr. Dre, and Eminem, I think. I don't think I'm missing anybody there.
Man, they leave an exhibit out. Hung them out to dry.
Exhibit.
He's too busy making another Halloween movie. Oh, wait, no, that's Busta Rhymes. Right?
Yeah, that's
No.
Busta. Is it?
That's
Is it? Fuck, I get those guys confused.
Exhibit is from Pimp My Ride.
Okay, yeah. You know, Busta Rhymes is Halloween, Exhibit is Pit
Yeah.
My Ride. Yes. Yep. Okay. It's the cornrows, man. Fucks me up.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good one. I feel like we're probably at the younger end of the people that are into that show, right? But we're still into that. And then I feel like it's for the mid 30s to 40s people.
That show was incredible. It'd be like, you like cooking hot dogs on a summer day? We got a grill in your back seat. I'm like, holy shit. This person is gonna hate their car. This is the most dysfunctional thing I've ever seen.
oh man. They were literally like putting like full like movie theater like film projector in your car. You're just like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Like I can only fit 2 people in here. How do you think I'm going to utilize this?
Like,
Really
yo, we
doesn't
put
even
like
drive
800 subwoofers in here. You're like, Jesus.
You're gonna be deaf by the time you come out.
It's like Ricky Bobby putting the fake Newton sticker on his windshield.
Yeah, exactly.
doing things just to do things at this point.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other topics we got here. It's been
Softball? What's softball? They went
did they
2-2 this weekend?
Oh no. 2-2?
I think- I know they lost to Florida.
Oh.
Actually, maybe 3-1. I know they lost 1 at least.
I think they were 3-1. They were playing game 5 earlier today.
That's crazy, dude. They're doing double and triple headers.
They lost to Florida and USF. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I was having trouble finding that.
I did see Storako pitch a shutout though in one of the games.
18 Ks too.
That's crazy.
Well, and the Florida game too. It was tied up 0-0 in the bottom of the 6th. It was either bottom 6 or bottom 7 or top 6, top 7, and bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 strikes, and Florida hits the grand slam.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
it's
crazy.
dominating until that,
That moment.
one pitch, right?
Yeah. God. 18 Ks. Wait, what did we
I think her
what's your
record's
record?
22, 21, 22, something like that.
Oh yeah, because it's more than the number of outs you can get in a
Right.
normal game.
Yeah. Because I think she was like 4 strikeouts in the last inning or something, like a drop third or something.
Well, no, I think they went to extras. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was them and MSU. But yeah, that's wild. That's a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
Did baseball start off this weekend too, or was it just softball?
Baseball starts the 18th, so we got to get one of those guys on next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, we'll have to. Yeah, I mean, going back to basketball too, this team, they jumped so many spots with that Purdue win was huge. Like I know
Huge.
the Ohio State game definitely takes away from it, unfortunately, but that Purdue win for their resume was gigantic. So
Yeah.
if they can go out and beat a couple more teams here, they're gonna be on the bubble for sure, and possibly in. And I mean, the good news about being a Michigan fan is if you're on the bubble, they want Michigan in because it's going to be so many viewers. It's such a big brand too. So that always helps with that too.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm nervous. Just like we were talking about, just so inconsistent. You go from being like playing incredible against the top 3 team in the country, and then like they just, I don't know. Like if they can't hit threes, they can't win the game. That's what it feels like.
What happens if we win out, huh?
That was
Bring
going
it
to be thank you, Cade. That was going to be the mood for sure if we beat Ohio State.
Oh my God, yeah.
If we went out and beat Ohio State, I think I tweeted this too. I was going to be like 100% in on like this team's going to the Final Four, right? This is going to be some magical second half like turnaround. We just start hitting threes forever, and then because I'm incredibly irrational, that's
Incredibly. Yeah.
I mean, I'm either full in or full out. It seems like I'll find any reason to get back in. Literally any reason.
You were saying that on Twitter, and people were like, "Why is that irrational?"
Just proving how irrational we all are.
Exactly. You get one top 5 win, all of a sudden you're a Final Four team. That's how it goes, I think. So,
man.
Yeah, I don't know. This team we're just like teetering on the edge of like sometimes it's like, wow, this is the team that we've been watching, and then they just like every time they take those couple steps forward, they take 5 back. It feels like the next day, and it's really painful to watch. Honestly, it's like frustrating
because you think they turn a corner, and then it's just like they have a bad game. So I don't know, man. Jawan's got to work on some sort of game plan. I think when they do run, the offense through Hunter, they play a hell of a lot better. They can get the ball down low, and he's such an incredible passer too. Like he can score it now. He's an incredible passer. Still has to work on his right hand a little bit, but like he's so fucking good. Like Hunter Dickinson is an incredible basketball player.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I think there's this weird thing with him on the floor where he's obviously so good, but he somehow draws attention away from like the rest of the team, where I don't think the offense flows well because it feels like it's like the whole offense is just get it to Hunter, So it's a little bit of a weird thing. Not that I'm not saying that that they're better off without him, but
right, I see what you're saying.
It just like it's a great offense to keep going to Hunter, but that's like all we have when he's on the floor. The offense isn't really involving others.
I think the thing for me is he's almost like almost kind of like a point guard a little bit in this aspect, like where they need to bring it up. He needs to get down in the post, get him the ball. And then if somebody falls in to try to double team him, he gets it out right away, to somebody for an open shot. And typically that's what's happening when they're playing really well. And then if it's 1-on-1, then, go for the bucket. But I don't know. It seems like that's when they're playing their best.
Yeah, I think it was really helpful to have another guy who could definitely hit those shots like a Caleb Houston, right, or Eli. Um, it just made it like harder to defend, obviously. And
Right. Yeah. It's just when they can't, can't get those
yeah,
shots, kind of
Yeah.
then
fucks
you're
you.
forced to go to Hunter.
It sounds like
Right.
I'm like blaming Hunter, but it's almost I think it's the rest of the team's fault that they can't do. I don't know. I don't know who to blame honestly, because I feel like Hunter is like he wants the ball. He's the go-to guy that wants the ball. Nobody else seems to want the ball a ton, and so then it's like everybody else is hesitant to take that shot or can't like do that, and then all of a sudden you end up just going back to Hunter again, and then the offense goes back to that. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like we've got some pieces. We don't have them all.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, there's definitely a couple guys that I feel like always want to go get a bucket. It's Dickinson, Devontae Jones, and Caleb Houston. But after that, you're right. Like it kind of seems like people are just kind of like getting the ball out and
I would disagree on Caleb Houston. I think
really.
Devontae Jones too. I think Caleb Houston is not afraid to shoot the three, but he's not ever driving the lane to kick something out. So that's where you put Franz where Caleb Houston is. He's driving to the lane a lot and playing inside. What that and that's why Eli was able to be the outside shooter guy that just kind of sat out there. Now with Eli and Caleb Houston, you've got two of those guys. You need somebody to penetrate, and it can't just be Devontae Jones all the time and then Hunter Dickinson on the inside. And so I don't know. It's this weird thing that we just in the front court, even though I think Devontae Jones has actually played really well for Michigan, in the second half of the season, but you just need kind of that third guy that can make something happen instead of just being the catch and shoot guy.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Franz because I think that's what Caleb Houston is going to have next year. I think he'll make that kind of big jump. He'll put on some weight. He'll be able to get kind of down in the post and feel a little bit more comfortable. And then he'll also obviously still have that three-point shot. So I think just growing pains. Again, this team is so young. And I like what Wolverine Corner put up on Twitter. He was like, we can't always use that as an excuse that guys left for the league. Like, as a coach in a basketball program, like these dynasty programs, like they're able to just like regenerate and figure it out and make sure it works. So like there's obviously some validity to that that statement, but I don't know. I just think this team has growing pains this year. It's hard to tell what's wrong. The inconsistency is obvious, but I just don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, it's tough because they play so well and then they play so cold the next day, right? So
Right.
it makes it difficult to judge them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I also think that at the 4 position, nobody is where we wish that they were. Not any of them. We hoped that Brandon Johns at the 4 was going to be this next level guy that can not only drive to the basket, but he can shoot the corner 3 and he can defend. Another big guy. He can be that super athletic 4 that nobody has. Nobody else on any other team has anybody to guard that guy. And
I mean, I like Musa. I like Musa at the 4. I don't like when he shoots. I don't like when he shoots like threes or deep twos. He's very raw.
Musa's going to be very, very good for sure. But he just hasn't. He's not there yet. He goes at 150 miles an hour,
right?
Which is awesome because we need the energy, but we also need him to control the ball sometimes and just like take a breather, make a move, and let's make the best decision instead of you just like going as hard as you can at the bucket.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for him to guard any other big too, he's got to put on so much more muscle. He gets bullied down low by anybody else with a big man.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part he handles himself pretty well, but obviously you look at like Purdue teams, and EJ Liddell is just fucking like he's just an anomaly. Like he's really, really, really talented, and I think that's where Michigan struggled the most yesterday was they just couldn't stop him. But I think I like Musa, man. I think he'll figure it out. I think it's kind of the same thing as Caleb Houston. He's a freshman. He's going to develop, next year, and obviously play much, much better and have a more pivotal role with Hunter being gone. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's just I'm just kind of at a loss for what this team needs to do.
Well, and the last guy that I wanted to talk about is T. Will. Like, honestly, I was just confused why T. Will was in towards the end of the game trying to guard EJ Liddell when, like, Liddell's obviously bigger than him. And T. Will really hasn't gotten minutes much all year. And then he was in like, the most critical time of the game.
I mean, I see what you're saying there. The thing that bothered me the most at the end of the game is I think he was getting just under 2 minutes. Devontae Jones just gets the ball over half court, and they're kind of just like everybody's kind of just like standing around, and then Juwan calls a timeout with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm like, what did we just give up 20 seconds for? Like, what was that? And then we're calling timeouts with like 30 seconds left, and we're down by 15 or whatever. I don't know. It's just something weird that I noticed when I was rewatching it today. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
And Juwan, I really, really don't like him getting a technical at the end of that game, too. That looked, like, weak, in my opinion.
I don't know how I missed that. What happened?
He got teed up for calling the ref a piece of shit, like, 10 times in a row. You can read his lips super easily. But he was Michigan was down, like, 11. This was right at the end of the game. And, like, I think that he felt he was getting screwed all day by the refs, and there were some questionable calls. I mean, Michigan was in the paint all day and still had like 6 free throws on the day compared to Ohio State's 18. So there's something for him to complain about for sure. But then it's like, don't do that down 11 when the game's already in hand. I don't know. I just don't like him getting super fired up at a ref. It just looks like not having composure a little bit to me.
I guess so. I mean, didn't affect the game.
I know, but I'd rather have him go nuts, on some call earlier in the game, and then it like can fire up his team and like do all that, and maybe change the ref's opinion a little bit, maybe in the negative way. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I just didn't like that too much, but we'll see. All right. I wanted to do a little start or sit game for the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
So with Super Bowl foods is what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Talking my language.
We'll do like snacks or trays or dips or whatever. And I'll do 2 against each other. You got to pick one to start and one to sit.
Okay.
So it's like would you rather essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But there might be some tough ones. So the first ones I'm going to go with is we'll go buffalo chicken dip, which is like the most classic, right? Or pigs in a blanket.
Ooh, pigs in a blanket. Start. Sit the buffalo chicken dip.
Wow.
Whoa.
Easy.
Flip-flop that like immediately.
I didn't think that people were into that. I like it. I like little pigs in a blanket.
Oh, love them. Just you're sitting there, just fucking throwing them in your mouth. It's incredible.
It's like
love those little wieners.
You definitely can eat like an endless amount of pigs in a blanket.
Exactly. Buffalo chicken dip. That's gonna hurt me the next day. I'm taking all the factors into it. Buffalo chicken dip mixed with like 3 liters of beer. It's a rough morning.
Jeez.
Definitely a rough morning. I just the thing about buffalo chicken dip too, like I feel like that's a meal for myself. Like like I could eat that. Like there's cheese and chicken and chips here. Like this, I could just do this for my whole meal. Why don't we just make that for dinner sometimes?
I mean, the thing is, too, if I had both of them, I would probably dip the pigs in a blanket in the buffalo chicken dip.
Oh, now that's next level. Holy shit.
Oh, it's incredible.
You just blew my mind. Oh, man. All right. So the next one, we'll go boneless wings versus traditional wings. Start or sit?
That depends for me. Depends. So, do you want to do like we have our choice? Like,
Yeah.
if I had to choose between boneless and traditional, and I could get boneless from the place that I love or traditional from a place that I love, I'd go traditional. Because good traditional wings are much better than good boneless wings.
Wow.
I'm like traditional wings with a little lemon pepper rub on them. Yeah. Yep. And traditional, you always have to go with a rub over a sauce. That's in my playbook. Sauce is for boneless, rubs are for traditional.
Interesting. That was deep, I feel
That's
like.
very scientific.
I love my food, as you guys know. A lot of research here over these years.
I've always
Caleb,
been a
what do you
fan.
got?
I've been a fan of the boneless. Honestly, it's like adult chicken nuggets, man. You just like num 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 num.
I like that a lot, honestly, because I do the same. I will agree with you. Like, if you're good at wings, then you're definitely doing traditional wings. Like, if you're a restaurant, right? So that is a different. But like, I boneless wings are just so easy to eat, and they're phenomenal. They just taste incredible too. So I can see both of them. All right. How about we go a spinach dip, like a spinach cheese dip for chips?
Like spinach artichoke or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a charcuterie board.
Oh. If it's like Kaylee's charcuterie board, I'm gonna have to go with that. That was very professional and legit. But if we're talking the average of each, I'm gonna say spinach artichoke dip, for sure. It's close, but yeah.
The spinach dip is like the easier, more trustworthy like option. I
Yeah.
feel like. But yeah, you're 100% right. If the charcuterie board is like next level, then it's like not even a question.
True. Charcuterie board is also a thing where I'm 100% sure you could put it in front of me for 24 hours, and I would just like every few minutes for 24 straight hours just grab a cracker or something or a piece of cheese.
A little tiny sandwich.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like too nice, where you're like, is that a decoration? Like,
Yeah, can I eat this?
Yeah.
Knowing Heather, my wife, we would have a charcuterie board, like a fake one, just like out there for decoration that's not eating, and I would like go for it. And she'd be like, "What are you doing? That's decoration." I'm like, "What? This is so unnecessary. What
Just,
are
like,
we doing
eating
here?
Grapes off it.
What are we doing here?"
Heather would be like, "Those are plastic." Jack's like, "I've had 6 of those already."
Like that Always Sunny episode. Charlie has a pair for the first time. It's like, dude, you ate the sticker? Yeah, I ate the sticker. You didn't tell me not to eat the sticker.
Oh God,
man.
that's good. All right, we'll go 2 more here. 2 more. 1 more.
Okay.
Ham sliders. Ham sliders. That's solid. Versus, we'll go like supreme nachos.
Ooh, ham sliders. I mean, when they're done right, like those, like throw those bad boys in the oven. You got, oh God, they're incredible. That's another one I can just pound, like pigs in a blanket. Like, oh, ham sliders for sure. And they're not as messy.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jacqueline's made some ham sliders, and I'm like,
Fire.
okay, these are fire.
That's
Like,
exactly what I'm thinking of. Yeah, you got the Hawaiian rolls. Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those are
that's good.
I will say.
Is she making those today?
Are you? Is this?
Might need to make a halftime trip.
Might
Might need to make a halftime trip over to the Crummy Row household.
No, we've actually got. So I didn't say any of these, but we've got pulled pork sandwiches,
Nice.
cheesy potatoes, and a couple different dips.
Nice.
She's got. Have you ever had the Mexican corn, which with like
fucking the best?
the best. So
I remember the
Mexican
first time I
mayonnaise
had it.
and Parmesan cheese on corn.
Dude, it's so
unreal.
good.
So
Oh.
here's what she's doing though. This is gonna blow your mind. She's taking the corn and like shredding it so it's like just pieces of corn in it, Mexican mayonnaise and Parmesan, and making that into a dip.
Oh my God.
I had it the other night.
I'm so glad my pants aren't on screen right now.
Oh my gosh.
She made a little part of the bowl to like test it out the other day, and before she could come back into the room and ask me how it was, I finished the entire thing.
What I hope what she does is she like videos it and you put it up on like TikTok. That shit's going viral.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's incredible. That's pretty exciting.
I'm excited as well. Yeah. So that's a good one. All right. So also, all right, let's move to drinks. This will be the last one.
Let me do one more before we do the drinks.
All right, go for it.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Do people have hot dogs and hamburgers on Super Bowl Sunday?
I don't think they do because typically it's like, you know.
It's like pizza night, right? And you're not grilling.
Yes.
If you're in Michigan, at least.
I still grill in the winter. I'll throw a steak out there outside sometimes.
I guess.
But I am curious to hear what you guys have to say. Hot dogs or hamburgers? Kind of just had my mind on it.
For me, start hamburgers all day long.
Okay. Wrong answer, but okay.
Thinking very deeply about this.
I'll give my take on it. I will pick a hamburger if that's the option any day of the week, but I will also if the option is only hot dogs, I'll slam like 4 of them.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a hot dog over hamburger guy for sure, and I'm a just mustard on the hot dog.
See,
you know, if we've got like what's the pickle shit?
Relish.
A little mustard and relish.
The pickle shit.
You're so fucking dumb.
It was just like on the tip of my tongue, and I didn't have it.
He said the tip of his tongue, and he pointed to the top of his head.
Fuck you guys.
Holy shit. Oh, man.
I'm going to go hamburgers, too, honestly. Like,
both idiots.
Being in Michigan, like, you know, it's kind of nice to sit there with your hamburger. Like, I don't know.
We're the hamburger state. We're in Michigan. You both suck.
Well, here's the thing is, I don't know, Kaylin, what your condiment is, but I'm a just ketchup guy, and I think that's okay. But you elitist mustard people that think that are like, oh, don't you dare touch my hot dog with ketchup. Get out of here.
I'll have ketchup on there. It's fine. But if you're gonna do it the right way, mustard.
See, I just love to watch the world burn. Ketchup and mustard. Like,
wow.
Oh, on a burger?
Upset everyone.
I'll do that on a burger.
I just go, I don't like mustard. So I go.
You wouldn't like mustard. You look like a guy that wouldn't like mustard.
Yeah. I am a cool guy. Only losers like mustard. But I'll go ketchup and mayonnaise on the burger.
A little fancy sauce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sauce for sure.
I just want to clip you saying, I am a cool guy.
Oh my goodness. Oh god.
Okay, drinks. On to the drinks.
All right. So here's one for beer. Now we're kind of adults, right? We're
kind of,
pretty close,
teetering, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say we have adult qualities now. Like it's more of adult get-togethers. Usually like with couples, or you're doing, people are bringing food. It's not just like bring a case of Busch Light and like throw it in and we'll watch the game, right? So for this occasion now, is it a Bud Light, Miller Light, like a light beer day for Super Bowl Sunday? Or do you crack open, like get a nice IPA or a sour or something a little bit nicer?
I think for me, it's a mix of both. Obviously right now I'm drinking Two Hearted.
Wow.
But
that's aggressive at 4:30. I love that.
I know, we had it in the fridge and I just wasn't really feeling a Bud Light. But like when people come over, I don't know. It really depends. It really depends what's going on. Like obviously, like I don't have a team in the game. Like obviously, I want Stafford to win, but it's not like the Lions are in there or Michigan's playing or anything like that. So I don't know how heavily I'll be drinking, but I'm assuming we'll be playing some games. So if we start playing games or do anything like that, then you gotta go Bud Light. Otherwise, I will die.
Yeah, I think watching football is definitely like a light beer sport to me. I like to drink my Labby Lights or something like that, right? Drink some Bud Lights, something in that realm. That's where I'm at.
All right. I like that. And then I mean, the other question, I guess, are you bringing any liquor out? Because what's like fun, kind of, is
Kind of.
I think it might be a me thing, but like, hey, let's do a shot for touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I feel
Like a shot like Fireball or
yeah,
something
we can
like that.
or like a mixed shot, like a made up shot. So it's not like we're doing like we don't have to just like rip Captain Morgan straight from the bottle or like 151 rum.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm for that.
So
I like
what
to
did you
mix it up
do?
a little bit.
What
It's a
did you do
long
a
day.
couple years ago when the Patriots were playing and it was like 9-7?
You just keep. That's where you just start making up reasons to take shots. You're like, oh, a sack. Yep, we said that for shots, right?
I do need to find a drinking game or something to based off of like what's happening in the game. I'm sure there's got to be like a million out there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like
think
the fun
we're gonna
ones.
do some stuff too, where it's like everyone gets to draw one name out of the hat, and it's like the offensive players from each side, and then throw in $5 and the first guy to score. Like if you pick that guy, then you win the pot.
I like that.
That's awesome.
I came up with it today by myself. So
By yourself?
yeah, I'm a
big
cool
move.
guy.
It's a big move.
Cool
You
guy.
are a cool guy, so I've heard.
Pretty much an adult.
Yeah, that's very adult of me thinking of things by myself. My mom didn't even tell me it.
I don't know. Your mom was on the phone with
That's true.
with your woman before we got on here, so I can't really trust that you came up with that by yourself.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually. So she does still give me boxers and socks for Christmas.
What a beautiful woman.
I think those are. I honestly don't think I buy boxers outside of that, really.
Dude, I never get like underwear or socks for Christmas. Bullshit.
Because you don't wear them.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. But when I do, I need them, when I work out and shit.
Oh,
Worked out twice. I worked out with Big Nate today. OG
Ooh,
listeners know Big Nate. He'll be coming over later.
Wow. Are you ripped yet?
Fuck no. Dude, I took like a 2-week hiatus after we went to Florida. It's like I'm trying to get back now. But I did Saturday and Sunday, and probably should work out tomorrow. We'll see. I'm in a competition for our transformation challenge, and which like me, I think it's me, Greg, and Brett, and we're each throwing in 200, winner take all. So right now I'm about to be out $200, so I need to like step it up.
That's right. I saw Greg at the Red Wings game last night. I think he was probably drinking.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. When Greg has fun, he has fun.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Well, it'll be a great Super Bowl Sunday day to hear. What did I just
fuck
say?
did you just say?
What?
I have no idea what I just said. Holy shit.
What's in that cup over there?
It was just water, honestly. I might have mixed
vodka.
it up with
You just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Taste buds are gone, just burnt away.
Anyways, yeah, we'll have a great Super Bowl Sunday here. It's gonna be a fun one. We'll be having a few beers on Sunday. Hope you guys are relaxing too. And then, like we said, we got 8 months till football, 8 months till college football season. Just start thinking about that once this football season is over. But we appreciate you guys listening. You can follow us at BlueBy90 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Maize and Brew on the YouTube channel, and at Maize and Brew on their podcast network as well. We appreciate you. Go Blue.
Go Blue. Go Rams.
Ooh, go Stafford.
Go Stafford.